Good morning. What is cardiac vector and what is cardiac axis? The cardiac axis at a given movement can be calculated from any two classical limb leads. How? See. This is Ethiopian triangle and classical standard lead. And classical standard leads lead 1, 2 and 3. These are limb leads. These are standard limb leads. These are records of the potential difference between 2 points. First point, second point. This is the limb lead 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 limb leads and these leads are records of the potential difference between 2 points. The potential difference between 2 points. Therefore, the deflection in each lead at any moment indicates the magnitude and direction in the axis of heart. There are some electromotive forces. There are some electromotive forces generated in the heart. So these leads are the records of the potential difference between 2 points. So these leads are the records of the potential difference between 2 points, and each point, each deflection in each lead at any point of time is the magnitude and direction of the axis. And in the Ethiopian triangle, you can see in this picture, in the Ethiopian triangle, what is Ethiopian triangle? It is an imaginary triangle जिसके के heart center में होता है. This is a imaginary triangle, right arm, left arm and left leg. This is a Ethiopian triangle, right arm. This is a imaginary triangle. एक ऐसा imagine किया जाता है triangle जिसके heart जो होगा वो center में होगा. So Ethiopian triangle, right arm, left arm and left leg. So this is a Ethiopian triangle. So in the Ethiopian triangle, if perpendicular are drawn, lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. Lead 1 का perpendicular draw करेंगे, lead 2 का perpendicular draw करेंगे and lead 3 का perpendicular draw करेंगे. So in the Ethiopian triangle, if perpendiculars are drawn from the midpoint of the sides of equilateral triangle, the lines will intersect at the center of the electrical activity. In such a way so that the leads intersect each other at a common central point without altering the mathematical relationship of the axis. So the average of the QRS deflection is the distance equal to the height of R wave minus largest negative deflection of the QRS complex. Now, so QRS complex जो है in a classical standard limb lead 1, 2 and 3 are the records of the potential difference between any two points. Therefore, the deflection in each lead at a specific point of time is the magnitude and direction of the axis. So in this diagram, the average of QRS deflection, you can see any two leads lead 1. Suppose, for example, this is lead 1 QRS complex and this is lead 2 QRS complex. Lead 1 QRS complex, please listen carefully, this is an important point. Lead 1 QRS complex and lead 2 QRS complex. So the average of the QRS deflection is the distance equal to the R wave QRS. There are 3 waves in QRS complex, QRS. So Q wave, R wave and S wave. So lead 1 की Q wave, R wave, positive wave, S wave is a negative wave. In lead 3, Q wave, R wave, positive wave, S wave, negative wave. So what is the average QRS deflection? This is the QRS complex. And what is the average QRS deflection? It is the height of R wave minus highest, largest negative deflection, that is the S wave. So, for example, this is lead 1, and lead 1, suppose count the squares, Q wave में कितने squares आएंगे? ECG lead, ECG paper, on the ECG paper there are some large squares and small squares. So large squares 5 mm and small squares. So every large squares has around 25 small squares. So count the squares covered by each R wave. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. In the ECG leads there are some pink color squares. So count those squares: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Suppose there are 10 squares or 9 squares, and count the S wave. Suppose S wave is a negative wave, so S wave count those square: 1, 2, 3. Suppose 3 squares, तो -3. So what is the magnitude? R का कितना था? 9 square minus 2 square. So what is the average deflection? 9 minus 2, that is 7. And come to the lead 3. So lead 3, count those squares. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Suppose there are 8 squares, and count the S negative wave: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose 5 square. So 8 minus 5. What is the magnitude? 8 minus 5, 3. So now come to the perpendicular draws on this axis. Okay, so there are lead 1, lead 2 and lead 3. So lead 1 में कितना मैग्नीट्यूड था? सपोज 10 पॉजिटिव था और 5 नेगेटिव था, तो 5 हो गया. तो काउंट द 5 स्क्वायर्स: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. फिफ्थ पॉइंट पे ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर ऑन लीड 1, दिस वन. एंड लीड 3 में कितना था? सपोज 10 एंड 2 नेगेटिव था, तो 10 माइनस 2 इज 8. तो लीड 3 पे 1, 2 काउंट द स्क्वायर्स: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. तो ड्रॉ अ परपेंडिकुलर ऑन द 8 पॉइंट. So where these two lines intersects, so that will be the axis and direction of heart. What is the significance of this calculation? So what is the significance of this calculation? There are right axis deviation or left axis deviation. Right axis deviation, if the calculated axis falls to the left of the -30 degree to the 110 degree, -30 degree to 110 degree, -30 degree to 110 degree. So this is the abnormal left or right axis deviation. So right axis deviation, causes of right axis deviation and causes of left axis deviation. Right axis deviation: right bundle branch block, and right ventricular hypertrophy. And left axis deviation, the left bundle branch block or left ventricular hypertrophy or anterolateral MI, myocardial infarction. Thank you very much.